Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an MSI laptop. This one is an MSI Thin 15, exact model is a B12UC, otherwise known as a model MS-16R8. That information can be found right at the bottom on the tattooed right over here. It will tell you MS-16R8, or you can find by the SKU number, which is a 1015 B12UC or U, any U. And in this video, I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can open it up and how you can remove, replace, or upgrade the RAM for your laptop. If yours usually comes, they get shipped with a 8 gig RAM, you can bump it up. They do come shipped, unfortunately, with one single DIMM. That means a single channel. You can add another 8 gig or 16 gig to have a dual channel. I would recommend always go with the same capacity gigabytes, so you have a nice even dual channel. All right, just remember, by removing, upgrading the RAM, you're not going to change anything in the system. Everything's going to be left the way it was before. So don't worry about configuration, anything after that. You can put a 3200 megahertz speed RAM, and the BIOS will auto adjust itself to whatever maximum speed that it can handle. So you can't just manually do that. All right. So with all that said, let's get into it. First thing first, you want to power it off completely. I'm going to grab myself a workshop towel. I do not want to scratch the top. And we're going to flip it upside down. Make sure you power it off. Down here, we're going to see a whole bunch of screws all over the place. And there should be one in the middle too. Let me grab a tweezers. There should be one more right in here. You will have a tiny paper for a warranty. You have to remove that paper. I think I removed mine over here somewhere. So there's going to be this paper over there for a warranty. You can remove this with an isopropylic alcohol, so you can put it back on again. But again, even if you rip that paper up, you are allowed legally. You can upgrade it without losing your warranty. So that sticker doesn't mean anything. So you can do that with no problem. So let's get into it. First thing first, grab yourself a screwdriver set. I'll be using an iFixit screwdriver set. From this tool set, we're going to be using a Phillips #1. Also, if you get the Pro set, they will include you with an opening tool and some tweezers. If not, for the opening tool, I got myself a guitar pick. And metallic guitar picks are suitable to opening cases and covers. I do not recommend this opening tool that they sell. They're really rough edges. I can actually cut myself if I try. But with a guitar pick, it's absolutely impossible to cut yourself. All right, so we're going to use this too, and we're going to do the work. Down here, we're going to remove all the screws that we see, the one in the front corner, the one in the mid, all of them, and keep them in a single pile. All the screws are the same size and height, so don't worry about matching them. Just remove them and keep them in a single pile. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my videos helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. I appreciate that. Also, I'm gonna give you a tip for those people that when they install the RAM and they power on and they still don't get anything on the screen, they start panicking. I'll explain that in a minute. What to do if you upgrade the RAM and you still don't get anything on the screen. What are the steps that you should take? All right, just make sure that you removed all the screws. Now, what do you want to do in here? We are gonna put the opening tool, or in this case, the guitar pick, between the palm rest. First gap, you see the screen is right there, so I'm not touching there. Right this line over here. We're gonna stick the opening tool right in there, about 1 or 2 millimeters, and then we're gonna just go twist it, and we're gonna hear a click sound. That's what you want to hear, those click sounds. So work yourself all around, just twist it like this, and those clips will come loose. And do that all around. Once you get to this audio port in here, you don't want to do it here anymore. Just stop right there. And you want to go to the other side where you have a single USB port and the power jack. You go here, about 1 or 2, go under the grill, go to the corner. Now in the back, you want to go right in here. Just swipe it and it goes in there. And then you want to just go this way over the heatsink like that. You don't want to go the other way around. You want to go this way. And then you just want to twist it, work yourself a little bit, go like this, and there we go. Once you did all the way to the corner, now what you want to do is to lift it up from this side where you have the charge port, lift it up from here upward, and then you want to push it towards the other side. So I have it like this in this position, 45-degree angle. I'm going to push it here so I can release this plastic over here. You see? Now you've got released, and I can lift up the case easily. Because if I try to pull it from this way, this side up, I'm gonna yank because this hook, they have a little curvature. It goes all around this neck of the audio jack, and I will rip everything apart. So it's very important to not lift it up from this side. Lift it up from the other side. All right. So down here, I can see this horrible battery, which is there's not even a screw on it or anything like that. Just remember, as long as you power off the laptop, you do not need to disconnect the battery. It's absolutely not necessary unless you think you're going to drop a screwdriver over the motherboard and stuff like that. If you're that flimsy, do not even open it, take it to a repair shop to get your upgrade. But once you remove the cover, put the screwdrivers, anything metallic stuff away from here so you don't have to disconnect it. And to disconnect it, you have to pull this jack backward. And if to pull this one backward, if you pull it sideways, you can bend the pins and you can create a short. That's why I will not tell you guys how to do it because watch the video I made how to remove the battery. Because if you do it, you can damage the charge port and you can short the board. Just power it off and then you can work safely on the board, even with touching it. I'm not even strapped down or anything like that. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. All right. The RAMs are right over here in the front. To remove the RAM, it's very simple. All you need to do, put your fingers on the side of these hooks right there, these triggers, I call them, right in here, the two of them. You see they're flexible in here too. Once you pull them away from each other, the RAM will come out in 45-degree angle just like this. Now, don't yank it up towards the ceiling, otherwise you're going to break the demo of the RAM. You want to pull it on the same 45-degree angle, the same direction. So pull it away from here. So there we go. These are DDR4, 8 gig, 3200 hertz. So once you get the new RAM in, make sure the notch on the RAM matches the notch on the DIMM. So if I try to put it the other way around, it's simply not going to go through. It's just, see, it's not going through. And don't worry that, oh, I'm going to shorten the board. You're not going to shorten the board. It's connected. You're not going to shorten it. There's no power coming here. All right. So what you want to do, make sure the notch matches. Bring it in 45-degree inside the jack. Push it all the way inside the jack. And then simply push it towards the motherboard. And you're going to see these two triggers open and close. Just like that. And then make a soft click sound. All right. See? Thumbs up. Goes in. Now I'm going to grab another 8 gig. I'm going to make sure the notch, this one, doesn't matter the orientation of the chip. When you rotate this way, the chips are going to be on this side, doesn't matter. Make sure the notches are matching all the way in and towards the motherboard. There you go, softly. It stays in there. And try to move it up 45-degree, in 45-degree towards the board. Now, you don't need to put the bottom power on to test it out. We're going to power on right now. If you put the RAM in here and add extra RAM and you power on, it might take up to 30 seconds for the motherboard to do a memory check. If after 30 seconds or 40 seconds you still don't get anything on the screen, you want to power it off and you want to switch the RAM place. Put the new one on the first DIMM or the old one on the second DIMM and just switch the places and power it on. And that way it will force the motherboard to do a mem check. All right, so right now I'm going to power it on. I think it's F12 or delete or F2 to go to the BIOS. I have no idea. So it's going to do mem check because I added the RAM. So I'm going to wait while I'm spamming on the keys because I'm not too sure which key was for the BIOS. They always change them. There you go. It's a checking media. Yeah, so let's power it off. But it did power on. That means it is going to read. So I'm powering on again. It's reading, it's gonna go to the Windows. So let's get into the Windows and we're gonna check storage capacity right now. Just make sure there's no metallic stuff under the board on your table so it doesn't short because you haven't put the bottom cover on yet. So I'm going to actually put the password. Okay, there we go. Now I am here, so we can see this thing right in here. I click on the memory. You have a 16 gig, 2 out of 2, and it's running at 3200 hertz. And the CPU for this one, it's an iCore 5, 12 gen, and it is running a GPU 3050. We have upgraded this laptop to a 32 gig to 16 gig with no problem. You can do that too if you want to know. You can go up to 64, more than enough. So try installing a 32 gig if you need to. But again, we find the sweet spot is that 16 gig. But if you want to do some editing and you need that extra RAM, you can go up to 32 gig with no problem. Right? So you wanted to power it off. Once it's powered off, you want to flip it over. Now you want to put the cover on. It is very important how you put the cover. So we're going to go back again to this audio jack. You want to scoop this left side where we have the audio jack. We want to scoop it in. Make sure it does scoop in through the gaps. So make sure you put it in and try to get it on the camera so you guys can see. There we go. It's scooped in. Once I know that it's nicely in place, I'm going to pinch it, put it down, bring the other side down, and push it down on a flat surface. On the back, you're going to hear this nice click sound. That's what you want to hear. At the back, you're going to see this gap opening right in here. All you want to do, you want to grab these two and pinch them, and it will just go to its place. There we go. Just pinch them. A little bit harder, a little bit softer, and it will just click in. All right. Once you're done with that, all you need to do is to put the bottom covers, and that's it. Again, I hope you guys like this video and helped you guys out to upgrade the RAM for your MSI Thin 15 laptop. If you have any question or requests, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Just going to finish up putting up the bottom.